guys, Jay Walia here. Welcome back to yet another installment of PURA VIDA. Today we are going to be checking out yet another small short smoke. This is the Montecristo Open Junior. So coming in at a length of 4.3 inches long by a 38 ring gauge, nice compact size. This is called a short panatella in size. Foot is well packed, but looks like construction's pretty good. The cap is seriously one of the best caps I've ever seen. It looks like a single piece construction, triple cap of course. Lots of veins, quite bumpy on the wrapper, nice double band there on the cigar, but still you can see this visible lines here, visible seams actually. Alright, so if you've been a fan of PURA VIDA, if you've been following PURA VIDA from the get-go itself, first and foremost, thank you very, very much. Secondly, you would have noticed that I have reviewed the Monte Open series before this. That was the not slightly larger, a lot larger Open Master. Now, why am I doing a review of this today exactly? It's because this just arrived in Cigar Bar, number one. Number two, when I saw the box date on this, I knew I had to review it. This is a box from December 2010, as you can see on your screen right now. It's a full 10 years. We could be celebrating the birthday of this cigar. Open series was released in 2009. So I believe this 2010 box is one of the earliest examples. How can you tell whether you've got a really old Monte or not? Look at how this band looks like. It's white and brown. This is the older Montecristo. Now contrast that with the newer Montecristos, which are gold and brown. So this is how you can tell whether you got a slightly older. This is newer and this is obviously much older. So yeah, I'm looking forward to try this out, and today we're gonna do a bit more of a comparison on how age either improves or does not improve a cigar. So we'll find out. Before I get into the flavor profile itself, I just want to point something out. Take a look at the ash on this cigar. There's a reason why I'm actually showing the ash, apart from the fact that it's staying on. One of the hallmarks, or one of the things I noticed about aged cigars, they've got a much softer ash even in terms of how they are stacked. Like with other cigars, you would see a stack of dimes, very, very white ash. This one's evenly brown and it's a bit blurry. You can see that it's not a constant or like a clear line of definition between each layer of the ash itself. That's one of the hallmarks of aged cigars that I have noticed. Now I've got to be honest from the get-go. You may have watched, I reviewed this line of cigars before, way back when it came out, and I must say I wasn't a big fan. The flavor profile was at times a little too light, but more often than not very, very harsh. And I guess that could just be down to the age of the cigar. It was still much, much more youthful. Now, 10 years on, this cigar's flavor profile has taken on one very, very clear and consistent flavor, and that is green tea. It tastes so much like tea. If you were to just close your eyes, you would think you were sipping on green tea. It's got this very nice, the initial attack actually tastes like a black tea. I must correct myself there. It's got that roasted flavor, but just from the attack, it just lasts a few seconds. After that, it's full on green tea. You get a little herbaceousness, but nothing too vegetal, more tea-like actually. And on the finish, a very mild, very light, very well-rounded bitterness that you would expect from just plain tea altogether. If you're a fan of tea, this one is honestly, if I would just close my eyes and enjoy this, it feels like I'm sipping on a cup of green tea. Really, really impressive, I must say. Alright, so we are coming in towards the end of the cigar. I mean, of course, this isn't a terribly huge cigar at all. Flavor profile transition, really, really surprising. Now remember when I first reviewed this cigar on the early days of PURA VIDA, towards the end it got really harsh. I really did not enjoy it at all. But after 10 years of age on this cigar, it has evolved from the initial tea flavor profile, that green tea note that's still very apparent On the finish, I'm getting a nice creamy sort of flavor profile. I'm also getting a beautiful vanilla sweetness on the finish. It is absolutely wonderful because the tea flavor profile is still very, very clear and obvious, but on the finish itself, you get a nice subtle, after you take a deep breath, a nice subtle floral vanilla sweetness, as well as that light creamy note as well. It just ties it all in together, and that goes to show that the right amount of age can definitely improve the cigar. Now, not all cigars are gonna hold up with 10 years of age. Some are just gonna lose their flavor altogether. Certain are gonna retain them. I'm surprised that this has, because this is blended to be a much more lighter cigar, something for the novice smoker. But after 10 years, I think an aficionado can truly appreciate this cigar for how delicate and how complex the flavors are. I would not pair this with anything beyond green tea or an oolong tea or just plain tea and water. If you try an espresso or coffee with this, it's just gonna overpower the cigar altogether. I'm surprisingly enjoying myself, I must say. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the cigar. Up to this stage, I've been smoking it for about 45 minutes now. I think I've got another 15 minutes or so in, so about an hour. That's a good time for a cigar that's only 4 inches long. I'm gonna continue enjoying. I'll see you guys till the next time on Pura Vida. Take care, bye bye, and remember, stay smoky.